Hey guys, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. It is Monday and my second day of recording the main story. I've had to wait with the MSQ for the weekend, but the good thing is I managed to do other things, like I got the Pictomancer up to level 80, and oh my gosh, that story is so good. Pictomancer had an amazing little quest line. Done some of the side content and generally just had a lot of fun. But now it's time to continue on with trying to make money. We're trading in items to get enough to get a saddle so we can get a llama. I've never been one to take it slow. Once I have a goal in mind, is full speed ahead. That's who I am. Urqopacha has her eye on a jug of premium mezcal. Remember, 3-year-old premium mezcal. Before we go, let's give you the matter leaves. I don't need to risk proving Eremil's point. She knows she is gonna drop stuff. She knows it. Ready then? Our next stop is the mezcal distillery. Yep. Let's see where this takes us. Where is the distillery though? Oh, it's all the way back. Oh yeah, I remember where the distillery is. There's a guy outside of it who was talking about how it's great that the distillery is there. We do have a Katla here who's being very, very loving. Yesterday was just way too warm. And today is kind of cold, so she's she doesn't like this. Temperature is changing too much. Ooh, the smell of mezcal is overpowering. The fumes alone are making me dizzy. How strong is this stuff? We'll want to speak with a man by the name of Gobly. Even amongst his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we're to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need targeted information that means asking around and taking in the gossip. Alright. If you could talk to people here in distillery, Malisity. Oh, if you could talk to the people here in the distillery, Malisity, perhaps Urqopacha could do the same at the village entrance? Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. So, targeted information. So it must. If she was from Ul'dah, I would think she wants us to find blackmail on him. But considering the Pelu Pelu culture, I'm thinking she wants us to find a way to increase the value of the leaves. I'm chieftain from Tuliolal. I often come here to buy Gobly's mezcal, the finest in Tural according to my customer. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. Ooh. It would be nice to have less potent refreshments during such conversation, else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. Oh, so you... Maybe if we offer him information on how to make the customer happier. Suvli? Gobly might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it that he's been invited to the palace for business negotiation. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of Sunperch. Okay. We could offer him... So, I'm having a feeling he's not very socially adept. So maybe we can offer assistance with that. There's not much I can say about Gobly, but I can tell you that Gobly's been saying... The other day he was muttering about the monster prowling around Agave Jaws. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the mezcal. Oh, we can definitely help with that. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients and thus drive up the price of his product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightly bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love. Okay, I think the solution would be to help with his monster problem. There's also something they are culturally aware of in Tural, as vipers have this whole thing about they don't get paid in pelo, in pelts or gills or anything like that. They get paid usually with services. So, for example, if a viper would show up and they would go like, hey, I would like to buy something, a lot of mezcal or some clothes or something, they would just simply go like, hey, this is what I need. What do you need me to kill? Because that's what the vipers do. They kill something in trade for service. So, what did you find out? Socially issued has monsters. Oh, we can make use of all of those tidbits. The deal is good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobley is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go ahead and I'll bring Wuklamat. Oh, I know what that is. There's like a llama. No, not a llama, an alpaca walking in circles up there. Like powering the millstone. I keep on wanting to say llamas, but they aren't llamas. Alpaca and llama are different. I think. Hello, Copley. You have business with me, madam? Why don't we talk down below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? It's literally walking in circles. I don't think we can distract it very much. There you go. I was gonna go like, are they coming? Now, what's this about? Keep it brief, if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal, assuming you have any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pel, but we can offer a sack of mata leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff like the mezcal. No deal. Mata leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. Huh. No deal. Just like that? Still, I would hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? Now the bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? Well, let's go with the strong drink issue. I think we should build up. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, a hobbygoat chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer? Something like mate tea, for instance, and brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Oh. Ah, you're right. Absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on part of my hobbygoat friend, but did not realize it myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're offering. Oh, that's okay. We got more stuff. Should we offer to call the monster causing them trouble? Not yet. We'll keep that card up our sleeve until we need it. As I expect you're aware of the rite of succession is currently taking place, that's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring our distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there are no such things as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Volok Sonja. It would be such a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for a want of proper garment. I mean, his garment looks fine. He looks like everybody else. Very good. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court? We have no garment on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing. An introduction to a weaver. His name is Bolnok, and his work are highly regarded in Tuliolal. Oh, smart girl. As a supporter of Urqopacha and keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtlessly be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit his golden occasion. That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one of which I could like to take a full advantage. But the scales still aren't quite balanced. That's okay. That's why we have the monsters. So, say, weren't the monsters running amok in our Gavajas? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring Sellsworth to clear them out. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. Alright, you have a deal. Nice. Yes, I knew you would come around. Give us a moment and Malisity and I will take care of these prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introduction letter to Bolnok. The field you're looking for are just north of Wachunpelo. I find the names hard. Be safe. I like that Urqopacha has like a split cape for a tail to come through. This is a nice detail. Please be careful out there. The young woman is the one formidable traitor. Yes, he is. It's kind of scary when you think about it. That should be a Gavajas just over there. This will go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you finish clearing out your share of the pests. Right away, ma'am. Okay, so we are looking for pests? What kind of pests, though? Oh! A prickly barb mole. Looks kinda cute. And hideous at the same time. Like how it turns into like a ball of death. So this is where they grow the stuff for the mezcal. I did see where they're like grinding up the stuff. That's where they have these little bulbs just outside. And that seems to then go into the grinder, which we have the alpaca running around. And these seem to be the center of... Yeah, these seem to be the center of whatever this is. It kind of looks like aloe vera, but maybe not. We don't have a lot of cactus-based plants, obviously, in Iceland. It's kind of limited to stuff you can buy at the store, and I'm quite prone to killing plants. So that's also something I haven't been dealing with a lot. Oh yeah, during the weekend I got myself a kitty. Look at them. Aren't they adorable? Ow. I'm looking at the cat. I know I summoned you in, but I'm admiring the cute kitty I have. He sometimes stretches, and if he meets other cats, I think other cats like with different species, he hisses at them. He's adorable. Alright. All of them are dead. Urqopacha, did you manage to kill them? Where are you? Genuinely, we're like all the way up there. You know, we were supposed to kill the things in the field. Compared to the creature hunted with Papa, This was no challenge at all. Well, it's not meant to be. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Mablu the sack of leaves so we can seal the deal. Sounds like a plan. And we're back. Go on, give Mablu the sack of leaves so he can seal the deal. Yeah. Finished already. Even hardened mercenaries would have taken longer. We're a talented bunch. Those monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now, if I could just have the sack of leaves. Wait, the audio okay? Okay, it's picking me up. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Yes. A large sack of premium matte leaves you received in trade for a fine hatchet and an investment of labor worth 5 pel in 1,000 column. I do kind of like how they speak in the columns. After teaching children how the basic 10 system works. Like you have 10 fingers, so we count with 0 to 9, and then you have like 10 and 11 such. I don't know the English name for it, but yeah, the columns just amuses me because having to talk about, because I've spoken about number columns a lot with kids. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. I mean, somebody has to do it. Kinda scared Urqopacha might damage it. Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Gobbly. Here are the matte leaves and a written introduction to Bolnock as agreed. Then the deal is done. Here, your jug of premium mescal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Nice. Yes, we finally have the mescal. Great work, especially you, Mablu. You were the one that inspired me to come this far, third promise, but let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand. For now. Should I ever become a proper merchant though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. I think she's gonna become a merchant quickly. She just has to talk to her stepdad. Alright. Excellent trade. To upgrade matte leaves for 3-year premium mescal. Succeed. Says you traded 5,000 pel sacks of top grade matte leaves for a 10,000 pel jug of premium mescal. Yes. Good job for us. Any thoughts? I'm satisfied with our trade, and I trust you are too. Should you have need of more mescal, you know where to come to. Yes. Master Goblin praise makes me confident I can be a peddler after all. Well, a bit more confident than before at least. Aww. Urqopacha is ready to return to Havli. Ooh, what colors do we have? Ice blue, raptor blue, cactuar green. I am needing some more ice blue dye. Though, see, okay, now I'm gonna show you something you should pay attention to. When it comes to dyes, notice the shop selling price. 40 gil. Even though I need ice blue dye because I'm kind of low on it, do we really want that ice blue dye? Because both of the other ones are restricted, meaning they are much more hard to obtain. They are most likely locked behind, like, tribes. They're locked behind tribes. There is a new name for them now. Allied Society quests. Yeah, Allied Society reputation. They're probably locked behind that, but yeah. So I think it would be more valuable for me to pick one of these than, for example, the gold. Not that I need to tell you this as we are so far into the game that you should know it already. But if you don't, now you know. Even at the palace, I don't think I held a 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you better hold on to it until we get to the saddle maker. Yes. Yes. That sounds like, a good thing. Can you imagine if he dropped it and had to start all over again? Luckily, Havli's place is not far. We just need to head across the plaza. Thankfully, yeah. And while it's safe in my inventory, it can't be dropped, which is good, because I don't want to do this again. The third promise looks ready to trade the mescal now. My price is final. Bring me a jug of premium mescal, or go bargain with another saddle maker. No, we got it. This is it, the trade we've been working towards. Yes. Let's do this. Phew, still in one piece. Right time to make our deal. Get your tools ready, Saddler. We brought your precious mescal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug? But you had nothing. A few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift of negotiation. Aww. No pouting. Although I would soon aid no claimant but Suralja, I cannot go against the guiding principle of the Pelu Pelu. Also, Suralja isn't gonna come to you anyway. He went to just manhandle the alpaca back. The trade is fair one. I will craft you a saddle, third promise. Great! Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite material, so this won't take long. Lovely. This is a very pretty village. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other works that need finishing. I can taste that smooth mescal already. We know what he's going to be drinking tonight. Everyone is happy. We did it! The saddle is ours! And to think we started out with only 100 pel basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you're going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that, third promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The other will be waiting. Nice. We got one of those pretty saddles. Now we should be able to go get the alpaca. Well, Urqopacha can go get it because we're not allowed to help. I wonder if her brother is back. Because he went straight to just fetch the alpaca. And I have a feeling he can just do that. Oh. Oh yeah, everyone else is here as well. Let's tell them the good news. It looks like everyone's been pitching in with the alpacas. You've been away for some time. I assume trading was productive? I made the mistake at startling one and caught a glob of spittle for my trouble. I'm beginning to understand Urqopacha's aversion to the animals. Tobli and Erimil have been teaching us how to care for alpacas. One gentle girl ate the feet straight from my hand. They have a very different experience based on how the alpaca behaved. You've acquired the saddle then? Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca, though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. That's a good idea, Urqopacha. Even I know you hate it. Poor thing. I know. This is something I need to learn. It is so fluffy. And she is so scared of it. You can do it, Urqopacha. Great sunken gods, I did it! Sunken gods? Feel like there might be a story behind that. He hardly seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of Urqopacha's touch. That is because of the singular scent with which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kinda cute. I know, they are so adorable. You're only now noticing that? Oh, there comes the brother, I guess with the alpaca. Sorrel-ja, he's back. With the... What kind of an alpaca is that? Having done exactly what he set out to do. That alpaca he brought in, is it just me or is it glowing? I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca live a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and his own kind. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? A beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the first promise exceed yours, Urqopacha. It's not all about power, though. Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Tural can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fire of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and the hopelessness firsthand. No, they don't. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict, the wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join the founding of Tuliyollal all those years ago. Consider the young generation of the village. Since birth they have basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war not as a tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers a much-needed lesson in the realities of conquest, and renewed appreciation for peacetime. Yet no. It is true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen it with my own eyes what become an empire forced through the violence you propose. The rebellions it spawned and the ruins it left behind. The Garlean Empire was a congregation of simpletons. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. This is why Guluk did not elevate the Mamulja, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite not only Tuliolal, but the star in its entirety. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Yeah, that's just foolish. Oh, well done indeed. The first province has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present to you your much-deserved keystone. So, that is what we're after. He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even with Kona. It's like we're not even family. I'm sorry, Buklamat. So much for our star has begun to embrace reconciliation and rebuild, and this would be warlord would thrust us all back into turmoil. We cannot allow it to happen. Soralja is willing to go to war for his twisted vision of peace. But should he achieve this peace then? What? Yeah, when he's done getting the peace, what's he gonna do? What kind of an idiot thinks the world can be united with war? Even most Garleans have since realized that their conquest were a mistake. A golden alpaca in the flesh. Like the golden city, I thought that was children's tale. I could never agree with Soralja. I want Tuliolal to be a land of peace, now and always. It's like, now you see the golden alpaca there in the background. Holy hell. Okay, we're definitely not gonna bring a more impressive alpaca. But that doesn't matter, we just need to bring an alpaca. I'll ponder Soralja and his mysteries later. Right now, I need to think about finishing the feat of gold. I have my saddle, I've practiced how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. The valley of Urqopacha is northwest of here. Come on, everyone. Even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Buklamat off to her hunt. Yeah. All of us go together to support her. Please let us watch when she captures it. How deep do you think the valley is? I glanced over the edge on the way here, but the mist was too thick to even speculate. Oh, so she's going like down there. It looks pretty big. That's for sure. I've never set foot beyond this point. The valley is said to be home to fiends far more ferocious than spitting alpacas. Oh. Urqopacha is a steep and treacherous place, so only those with the head ledger blessing are permitted to go there. And that is only Buklamat. Soralja may have caught this alpaca first, but that doesn't mean Buklamat is out of the running. She can do it. Yeah, and she just needs to catch a alpaca. Doesn't have to be golden. Mablu's right. The least we can do is let Buklamat know we're cheering for her. Do you have anything to say before I cheer you on? I can do this. I know I can. Alright. Let's cheer her on. You can do this! Yay!
Good luck there, promise!
Oh, voice acting.
Thanks. I'll need it.
You'll be fine.
Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too.
Yeah. That's a good mentality.
Right. I'm off.
And now we just have to wait.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
We could set up camp while we
As
wait.
will I. Urqopacha is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
Yes. See? Setting up camp. Also, why do you ask me to help you pitch the tent? What about my height indicates that I'm gonna be helpful in this? Oh, it's a very lovely tent. You can get this tent as a housing decoration.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shitona from Shak Tural? Why did you cross the salt?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlian. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
But what are you hunting?
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking, and I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
Oh,
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the rite of succession, I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
I like that everybody has their own reason to do this. Along with helping Urqopacha.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
No, we need to trust in her.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Well, look at that. Is the inside of the Pelu mouth black? Oh, honey. Because when she cheered, I swear the inside of her mouth was black.
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
Well done, third promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
Oh, I'm glad we tented here. She needed us. That's a happy-looking alpaca. Okay, we've taken down the tent. Alfino was quick to lend a hand with dismantling the tent. It is to be his new obsession now that he's mastered collecting firewood. Setting up and taking down tents. You never know. You never know. You know, one day he will have the firewood and then the tent, and maybe next he's gonna do some hunting and cooking. He's gonna have full, like, camping just covered. We were out here for quite some time, but I'm glad Urqopacha was able to catch her alpaca, and Erimil choosing to share his story with us was a welcome surprise. Thanks to Alfino and his healing hands, I can actually stand again, maybe even walk. That's good. Urqopacha had no serious injuries to speak of. However, she had clearly been pushed to the very limit of her endurance. I spoke too much. If Urqopacha is up to it, we should be heading back to Toppling. I'm so relieved the third promise came back to us safely. And the alpaca she tamed is a healthy-looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feet of gold. Alright, I'm gonna go with the raptor blue. Okay, it's just the same things. Maplu is minded to rush ahead to the village. Urqopacha still seems a bit unsteady on her feet, hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away fatigue like magic though? Matter tea. I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and tea will be ready when you arrive. Aww, Maplu is so sweet. As Maplu so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for our exhausted third promise. Can't we put her on top of the alpaca as well? Okay, here is Maplu. Come back ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea then. Urqopacha can't be that far behind. So, are we gonna get the thing we need? Oh, that tea is really magical. I feel better already. I see you've become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grasses and fruit they eat, what sounds they react to. They're adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kinda fond of them. That's so good. That's a great growth. Welcome back, third promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes, there is no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yes, we did it! Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Soralja did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. only a single other person I know to have caught one before, that being Urqopacha himself. Papa was chasing alpacas too. So my grandfather's story says. It was before the founding of Tuliolal, in a time when the mountain giants, the Urqu, held their people in thrall. Compelling by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highland to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days, to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came the young Urqopacha, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by his imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Urqu in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Urqopacha showed no such inclination. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of matcha tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. Notice the Rogadin, we can see there in the background. That is the adventurer that went missing at sea, I think. None would have anticipated what the visitor decided to do next. Urqopacha ascended the cliff to face the giants and free the Pelu from the Urqu subjugation. He then turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take on the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who travelled as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans. So it was that a few words from Urqopacha transformed us into a clan of itinerary merchants. I've never heard of the bond Papa forged with the Pelu spoken of in that way before. The saga is not so detailed. And then you may not know that Urqopacha sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up into the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So both my brother and my father caught the rarest of creatures, while an ordinary one was the best I could manage. Don't think about it like that. The feat requires no more than that, Third Promise, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Yeah. Pablo's right. You are a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Aww. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people in true Pelu fashion. I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. You should be proud of your accomplishment, which earned you your keystone. Exactly. He may have gotten the golden one, but you managed to get to know the Pelu people much more. So this is what they look like. Go on, set it in the tablet. Does the tablet do anything when we do? It does. A perfect fit. That leaves 6 more. You're well on your way, Third Promise. We'd have been lost without you, Mablu. Thank you. I learned so much about the Pelu people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, Urqopacha. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. Tobli, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. I think he knew that. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards life filled with as much happiness as I could provide. Yet never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. Aww. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You will make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Tobly. What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one last thing I can help you with, I promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. Then I suggest you talk to the Urqopacha. Oh. They once ruled over far more than just Urqopacha and the Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were overlords of Yogg-Tural and all his people. During that era, the Pelu were commanded to search for the City of Gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Urqopacha have to tell us? They could tell us where not to search. They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's a value in delving into how the legend originated? Oh, also that as well. I've lost nothing from asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we're gonna have to see them eventually. We'll be visiting the giants eventually. They live up there. Do they live like in the weird ass big mountain? Oh, Krile, I have a question I've been meaning to ask, and since we're finished with the feed, where did you acquire that earring? My earring? Do you recognize it? Yes, pieces just like this first became fashionable in Yogg-Tural around 20 years ago. Since then it became common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago, right about the time my grandfather made his journey. Yet the Dawn servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out, seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants. I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much, thank you. I would like to know as well. Jumping feet first into the peddler business, eh, Mablu? Right then, let's head back to Tuliolal and get ready to search for the next elector. Yes, we need to talk to the Hanu next. Farewell for now, and thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn servant, so make sure to set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. I really like Urqopacha. I think she will become a good leader. She has a fearsome opponent in the brother of hers. He even brought a golden alpaca to heal. But you've heard Sorrel-Jah supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansion ambition, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. Where I've grown to love Urqopacha, everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she'll win the throne. You might be right, Mablu. You might be right. That was a very pleasant questline. Now I need to get back to the city, I believe. Oh. I expect as much from the moment I saw him, but winning the contest against Sorrel-Jah will not be easy. Yeah, no. The Urqu once ruled the entirety of Tural. I'm curious to see what has become of them. I never dared to hope we would find a lead for this earring mystery so quickly. Four-legged troubles aside, Urqopacha completed the feat and earned a keystone. That's all that matters. But she also learned a really good lesson and made some good connections. It feels good to have the feat of gold safely under our belt, even if my victory pales beside Sorolja and his shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and gods know you'll all been so supportive, but I want to be strong, or wise like my brother, to be a promise that people respect. Which is not likely if I stand here carrying on and on about things. Let's move on. Back to Malisity with us. The contest has hardly begun. The words. Oh, and that opened up like a whole heap of new side quests that I can do on my own time. Nice. But we are going back to Tuliolal to open up the next part. There we go. Back to the helpful Hanu. The Pelu reminds me of a Lalafell, never letting their size slow them down or hold them back. They move at their own pace, making their textiles and mezcal, and raise alpacas to bear them to market. Neither Kona nor Barkuljaja appeared to me in Vakunpelo. I imagine they're around somewhere, making progress even as we are. I'm guessing they went... Well, they've gone somewhere. I heard there are hot springs in Urqopacha. Mayhap time permitting? Maybe. A golden alpaca. Alone. I have to try to track the beast myself. Sbaltiev is truly a wonder of the culinarian world. I see they've had a good time. And just like that, we found an elector and won our first keystone. I knew I was the right to trust your instinct. Come on, let's keep things moving and march onward to Kozama'uka. Kozama'uka? Chances are good we'll find an elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what your patient Hanu friend has to say. Yes. We have finished knowing the Pelu. Without knowing how far the other claimants have progressed, taking anything other than a brief rest is out of the question. Yeah. The rules of the contest seem clear enough now. The scenes from the saga point us in the direction of the Elector, and the Elector award us keystones for performing their feat. Simple. With one keystone already in hand, we made an auspicious start to the contest. Hopefully our next attempt is equally successful. Urqopacha would have struggled to complete the feat alone. Bringing you together was the correct choice, it seems. Come on, Malisity, let's see what's waiting for us in the next village. Yes. To Kozama'uka. The helpful Hanu is waiting to answer your question. I've been quite content waiting here, dining on the third promise's coin, but it seems you're ready to ask a question now? So, what is it you would like to know? The route to Okanu. We go south through the Arch of the Dawn, then follow the road which runs alongside Kozama'uka River, is that right? It is. Be warned, however, my brethren tell me the recent storm has rendered the path even muddier than usual. The footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse was the destruction visited upon our homes. Oh no. Houses were torn apart and several people injured if not killed. Even our beloved festival is in danger of being called off this year. If you still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. We'll be sure to watch our footing, thank you. Oh no. Yeah, we need to go and help there. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds like they were hit hard by the storm. Anyway, if we're bound for Kozama'uka, we should head over there, over to the Ark. Yeah. I like how they stand always in a line, so it's easy to talk to them. I should have liked to observe the festival, but the Hanu are probably not in the mood to celebrate. No, not if we have damaged houses and dead Hanu. I swear that the gate gets bigger every time I see it. Considering the size of Urqopacha though, I suppose it's better than having it be too small. Yeah. Through this gate and we'll be on our way to south to Kozama'uka. The Hanu are a friendly folk who should welcome us with open arms, assuming they're not too preoccupied with the recent troubles, that is. Well, we'll go and help them. Are we all ready to leave? Yes. Then onward to Kozama'uka. Open the way. There is absolutely zero consistency in my voices this time around. It is terrible. Let's see this place.
Kozama'uka, the land of rainbow terraces.
Kozama'uka.
It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Urqopacha, we proceeded along the marshy trail, a road upon which the Dawn Servant and his comrades once traveled.
Okay, Kozama'uka. You skip out on the A in front of the U there.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
They are pretty. Of course there's fog.
The Isle of Ham was impressive, but as you can see, Tulihiola does not want for natural wonders.
It really does not. I like how proud she is of her homeland.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
You know, if I fall into a bog, I'm gonna drown. Oh, actually no, because I can breathe underwater. If Kyle falls into a bog, she's gonna drown. I would love to stand at the bottom of those huge waterfalls and bask in the majesty of it all. Pity they're so far away. Also, no, you don't want to stand anywhere near the water as it's coming down. It's a lot. Wetlands is an apt name. Most of the ground here is positively saturated. It's more of a swamp. Though that's probably what wetlands are. But there is no stopping the third promise, is there? A good thing he has Erenville to keep her from getting lost. For all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. Alright, let's get moving. If we continue along the road, we should find ourselves in the village before long. I mean, at least you two have each other. Which is quite nice. Hoo-hoo, look at that! That's a green boy. Any currents? Oh, very far away. Okay. That's a big wallon. Very fluffy. Also hostile, based on the marking. Of course I show up in a fog. It's the same when I first came to Tulihiola. It's like almost immediately fog. I swear the game does this on purpose. The water from the falls must flood the wetlands and flow into all the streams and rivers. Assuming we have the right idea on the Dawn Servant Elector should be here somewhere. So this is the Hanu Hanu village? One can tell at a glance how very different their culture is to the Vanu. Yes. Ow! Stupid, distracting waterfalls. You fell. You fell somewhere, didn't you? Everyone has arrived, and none the worse for wear. Except for a certain third promise who slipped in the mud despite my explicit warning. Hey, I asked you not to say anything. Anyway, this is the Hanu Hanu village I was telling you about. Okanu. Oh. A new ether destination is now accessible. Okay. I agree to serve as a guide, not as a nursemaid. The water from the falls. Okay, that's... So they're still saying the same thing, I think? Yes. Who do we need to talk to? A festive people. Urqopacha wishes to seek out the Dawn Servant Selector. Hopefully they won't be as hard to find as the Pelu one. It's like our friend said, the people are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they're still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we came to do and find the selector. Urqopacha. Kali? Urqopacha? Oh, what now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard this the last time you were here? Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greeting to the third promise and her entourage. I, Sanuhali, welcome you to Okanu. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of elector during the rite of succession. Oh, easy. He just showed up. I'm ready. Give me the feat and test my worth. All in good time. All in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we are not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. I wonder if Kona is here, if they've had to be waiting. Right then. It will help to do some investigating at Vakun... It helped to do some investigating at Vakunpelu, so let's take a look around here as well. Yes. Might I suggest a division of forces? For instance, Erinville, Alisay and Krail could concentrate on the southern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Urqopacha, Malisity and myself will handle this northern half. Sounds like a plan. Sounds good to me. We pray for our wind's blessing, then she goes and carries off half our reed stores. Would that it would guide them back to us as well, but no. That's job for her oh so faithful servants. Ah, poor guy. Understandably very frustrated. I really like this village. It's interesting how different the homes of the Hanu Hanu are to the homes of the Vanu Vanu. Word of advice, friend. A lot of animals around this part are rainbow-hued, and many is the traveller that stop to gawk at all the pretty colours. You know what bright colours in nature mean? Death. Good to know. Good reminder. Ah, that's some of the destruction. That's not nice. This is even worse than I expected. Yeah. Well, we have a vantage point over here. I hope nobody was inside. The gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful wind. Repairs appear to be ongoing. The spirited Hanu. You heard about the storm. I've never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and help of the Dawn servants sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there is much else that was lost for good. That's not nice. That's quite sad. I was kind of hoping to get to see like the festival. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hanu I've spoken to are not their usual cheery self. The storm broke more than wood and reed. There must be something I can do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. Can we help rebuild? Gather food for them? Yeah, I would like to be able to do something that lightens their load in some way. Bundled reeds. The dry and shrunken bundles suggest the reeds were harvested some time ago. I'm guessing like they want them to dry out before they use them for the roofs. Also, just look at look at this architecture. This looks amazing. This is super cool. Also, the boat over there. That is so pretty. Oh, we're actually meant to go and look at it. What do you think, Alfie? Some manner of boat. Yeah. Woven from reeds, this boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. The beak and feathered tails particularly stand out. Yeah. It looks really cool. This boat must be woven from the same reed I've seen gathered into bundles here and there. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the Hanu then. Maybe we could gather some reed? Hello? Can you all hear me? I'm told you're ready to receive us now. Oh, they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building in the south of the village. On my way. We ought to hurry over too. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. I would like voice acting. I want to hear like what the Hanu sound like. Oh, Bona is here.
No sign of Zorolja or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Soralja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Oh.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, Elder of the Hanu.
Hello.
I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
It's the two-headed idiot.
He made it after all.
He's so ridiculously big.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feet of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
Hopefully something that will help them.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing.
Oh no. On top of everything else?
How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament. For surely, those who aspire to be Dawn Servant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
True.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Why bother mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
That's not how this works.
Oh, mercy me! You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts.
Good.
Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
I think that's good.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone.
Mm-hmm.
The Feat of Reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
I like her. She seems lovely.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
What of Little Miss Mittens?
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running.
Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you.
Weren't you born together?
These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
You know, if he accidentally steps on me, I would just vanish. Just be squished away. I don't like him.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Yes.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
Exactly. No, I think the best solution for everybody would be Vuklamat on the throne with Kona working with her. Because Vuklamat is great with people where Kona is quite weak with people. But Kona is bringing in a lot of interesting interventions and trying to better people's lives. And I think Vuklamat would definitely listen to him on like bringing in new things. So I think the two of them could do great things together. Not that I intend to gratify him with his response, but Bakul Jaja's provocation are hard to ignore. I mean, is there anything in the rule saying Alice can't fight him? So the Hanu Hanu also eat the reeds? Yet another way in which they differ from the Vanu. Yeah. Though, when you think about it, in desperate times, you could always eat your roof. If you're a Hanu. I understand not wanting to fall behind, but rushing ahead risks playing into our opponent's hand. Let's not do anything reckless. I think matters through. Though, maybe they don't eat the dried version. So they dry some and they don't dry others. This kind of a feat is a tailor-made for a rational, educated scholar like Hona. Vuklamat is eager to help solve the Hanu Hanu woes. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, then we're going to find it. I'll make Bakul Jaja eat his words. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reed themselves and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Erinwil, will you take us to the field where the reeds grow? Of course, follow me. Okay, off to look at the reeds. Also, this map is so big! Absolutely huge. Ah, so this is the farm. And there I thought these feet would have us battling dire fiends and similar. Agriculture is far thornier problem. Yeah. But that is like the realistic problem people deal with. I see they irrigate the field by diverting water from the neighboring river. This is unlikely the reeds ever dry out. That's very clever. Look at the fields. Why, this could be a painting. I know she wants to do her best, but she should be careful not to make promises she cannot keep. True. How deep is this water? About a Lalafell hip deep. This is the field of gold. Tell me about yourself. Reeds form the backbone of Hanu Hanu society, and I want to contribute by tending these fields. But nothing I've tried can spur their growth. I'm afraid the next harvest will be disappointing. I want nothing more but to savor the sweet taste and share it with my brother and sister. Oh, just imagine a bundle of reeds in my mouth makes it water. Ah. These fields got the name from the color of the sprouting reeds, although you wouldn't believe it to see them now. It was such an enchanting sight, and I don't know how to bring it back. So they're supposed to be golden instead of this sort of a dull brownish color. Maybe it's like lack of nutrition of some sort? You can all stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. No, we are all gonna help you because... Do you know anything about farming? Give me strength. Let us all scour the field and help our bold leader identify anything unusual. Yeah. I'm glad Erinwil is there. Just to go like, nah. We are gonna do this the right way. Okay, we have wilted reeds. As Sanuhali described, the reeds appear wilted and unhealthy. We have muddy water. The water contains no obvious contaminants and looks fresh and clear at the cursory glance. Could it be a soil problem then? Oh, paddy mud. We should find out. The soil in the paddies is, as one would expect, rich in color and suitably moist. No dry, not dry nor flaky. Okay, so the soil seems fine as well. Lethargic frog. Ah. If it's not just the reeds, but also the animals living amongst the reeds, then it has to be something more. A small frog catches your eye. Strangely lackadaisical. It doesn't even bother to hop and it eventually scurries away. Weird. Okay, there is something definitely not quite right around here. There we have Alice and Alfino looking at the reeds. Erimil down there, good. Oh, a water strider. A bit sluggish though, more of a water shambler. Okay, so more animals here. Not a miss with the patties themselves, as far as I can tell. No, but something is causing an issue, first the animals are all sluggish. Any luck? There's Kry. Yeah, there is something definitely causing issues with both the animals and the reeds. Seen enough. I'll call everyone together and we can share our discoveries. Well, what do you think? Any obvious problems? Not with the parries or the mud, but the animals are all bleh. I agree, the water looked to be good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. This suggests the problem is affecting not only the reed, but also the creature which live among them. Could be something invisible to the naked eye, be polluting the water. We would need an alchemist to know for certain. I am an alchemist. I don't have much to add about the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creature seemed lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of all the listless villagers. True. They suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there is another reason for their flagging spirit, I believe. Go on. The festival. This is traditionally an occasion for a celebration and renewal, so without it, the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. The last time I visited, the village was in the middle of the festivities. You'll never see the Hanu more joyful and alive. It's an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes. So I say we help them put on their festival. Give them a reason to cheer in these sad times. Who knows, maybe fixing one problem could lead us to a solution for the other. I mean, stranger things have happened. Also, what if something relating to the festival helps give nutrition to the reeds and now is missing? But it might be something they'd never thought about because they always hold the festival, right? I fail to see the relation between festivals and fields. Let's not be too hasty in dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Besides, this is Fuglama's journey. It's only right that we follow her lead. Yeah, and I want to see the festival. Thanks, everyone. By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds that looks like a bird. Oh, I know. We found it. In the big building to the north. Let's go and see it. So, do they put the festival float onto the field? Maybe there's something in the float. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. I I really like how they laid out the fields. It's very pretty. What a charming boat. I wonder what bird was inspired for its design. I've never been here during festival season, so this is all new to me too. Look at the size of the thing. I hope they don't expect me to help carry it. The handles gave me pause before, but now I understand their purpose. I guess to lift it? Yes, this is the float, I remember. Does it not appear somewhat damaged to you? We should take a closer look. Okay, inspect the festival float. You may move the camera, okay. Could it be... So we might have to fix it. Oh yeah, it's missing one of his eyes. That's definitely not right. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. Missing eye is not good. Oh dear, one of the bird's eyes seem to be missing gemstones. Okay, anything else that is... Oh, this is broken. Oh, that's definitely broken. How will they lift this great big vessel without all the carrying poles intact? We need to fix that. Bateract feathers? The tail feathers have seen better days. I swear the colors were a lot brighter the last time I saw them. Okay, so eye, feathers, and carrying thingamajig. I'm also a carpenter, so that's, you know, I have multi-talents. I'm an omnicrafter. Well, I think we can all agree this bird boat is in dire need of repairs. Now, how do we go about fixing it? What's going on here? We were admiring your festival float. It's a shame it's in such a poor state, due to the recent storm, I gather. Yes, we had to leave it exposed while we ushered our people to safety. With the float in this condition, we can be no lifting of wings, no ihihana. Ihihana, that's what the festival was called. I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen our village? Homes are ruined, we are struggling to make repairs, and you want us to hold a harvest festival? I know it's how it sounds, but giving in to misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help give you the strength to work through the tragedy. The role of festival leader is mine this year, and there's nothing I would like more than to lift everyone's spirit. But we don't even have enough material to repair the float. We need Urqopacha for the missing eye, Uyu Ipo wood for the poles, and the feather from the wind chosen to adorn the tail. Two of these I know. Urqopacha is a type of precious stone used in arcane equipment, and Uyu Ipo wood is essential for crafting ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however. The wind chosen is the victor of competition in which the contestants see who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magic. And that's something of a problem right now. We Hanu are gifted at employing such air sorceries, but expend a great deal of mana when doing so. We are soon exhausted by the effort, and having no reeds to eat will only make it harder. I think I understand. Your vibrant reeds grow quickly and vigorously, so much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of the energies you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left enervated. And if we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we cannot repair the festival float. Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon a solution. The wind chosen would by necessity have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feather taken from the victor should be high in ethereal conductivity. The float construction also requires a stone using arcane equipment, as well as timber favored by ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. Yeah, the float might also function as an arcane device. Precisely what I was thinking. This boat of reeds is in fact an arcane focus of some kind, which helps with the harvest. A focus? For what? Oh, Ihihihana is a harvest festival, isn't it? That must mean the float was made to encourage healthy crops. So if we repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane power might fix what's wrong with the reeds. We won't know until we try, but it's a sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual, ceremonies, these all have been known to elicit miraculous effect. Wait. The float? A tool for magic? This is the first thing I'm hearing of it. In the beginning, it may well not have been. After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new adornments were likely added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their work with ardent hope for a brighter future. Through years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival float into a focus for harvest prayers. Incredible! I knew you were practically fainting from hunger, but reviving Ihihana really does sound like the solution to all your woes, and I promise we'll do everything in our power to help you. I'm still not convinced about this focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright who's been maintaining the float these last few years. He's replaced both eyes and the poles before, so he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alice and I to acquire the feathers. We will encourage the people of Okohanu to gather and vie for the title of Wind Chosen by sharing with them our own reserve of mana. Oh, that's clever. So they give the mana so they can partake in the ritual that has to be done. I'll go with you. I carry some alchemical brew that may afford the same effect. Urqopacha really managed to build herself a really helpful group. The three of us will visit the shipwright then? Yep. Not without me. I worked hard to fix the float as best I can, and the responsibility is mine after all. I've not introduced myself here. My name is Linuhanu. Nice to meet you, Linuhanu. And certainly, let's all go together. Yes. We're making progress now. The solution to Okhanu's woe is as good as found. Let's not rush ahead. To find myself working alongside the third promise herself is unexpected, to say the least. Thanks to Urqopacha, we found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets, but there is something to be said for following one's instinct. Yes. Oh, new shoes. Linuhanu wishes to take you to the shipwright. The shipwright's name is Vugavu. He's a Zabral who only moved to Kozama'uka a few years ago, but has since mastered our customs to an almost frightening degree. He's especially strict when it comes to manners, so make sure to offer him a proper Hanu greeting. We wouldn't want to offend him right before asking a favor. A proper Hanu greeting? Oh, that one. Don't worry, I remember how it goes. Then we shouldn't have any problem. Let's head to Urqopacha to the east of here. Can I learn the Hanu greeting? I feel like we should all do it. But no. I am absolutely loving these new areas, even though I've only seen 2 of them in person. Like, this is so pretty. I also just really like water. Just overall. Waterfalls and pools and everything. So this is... Oh, it's so pretty. Can't wait to be able to fly up there. Oh, this one is our lore person. Tell me about yourself. My duty here is to show visitors and merchants everything that Urqopacha has to offer. People from far and wide have settled here, and some find it pleasant that they never leave. You too are free to stay for as long as you like. What kind of place is this? Urqopacha means the village of all. People from all of Tuliyollal come here to trade their wares, to do whatever work suits their skills. Some enjoy the woods so much that they move into one of Hanu villages. I understand why, for there's nothing better than a life spent listening to the soothing sound of nature. That's not wrong. Oh, there's another broken thing. I hope eventually this area gets repaired. That would be a really neat progression. Look over there. Do you see the big winding staircase? Oh yeah, wow. I need to go up there. Oh, it seems they have a place here where visitors can stay. Looks cozy. This is Urqopacha, the village of all, those who drift into Kozama'uka from Tuliyollal and elsewhere are welcome to live here alongside the Hanu. As for Urqopacha, he lives and works in the House of Water High, at the top of the large tree nearby. Follow me, but I should warn you, the climb up the stairs can be challenging. Oh, so he lives there, like up in the big circular house? Ah, there we go. I mean, the view from here, absolutely magnificent. Oh, you can see how the reeds are laid out. Such a pretty design. You can see how they started with like a circular one and then they added onto it. And it almost looks like a flower. Anyway, what do you guys say? I should mention that Urqopacha isn't only a stickler for etiquette. He is also, well, you'll find out soon enough. Ohokali. We are hoping to enlist the man's aid, so it pays not to be rude in any case. Well, then, let's see how this goes. Muklamat, you can do it. Please don't mess it up.
What do you want with me?
We have a boat to fix.
Right. The greeting. Ohokali.
Okay. That looks correct.
Ohokali.
Great first impression.
Good. You brought your manners with you.
Of course he did. He's a smart cookie.
When you know Kanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Yes.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before. You're Urqopacha. Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Urqopacha. Here I am prattling on about manners, And I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette.
What?
Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head.
Will not. Keep your head.
I was rude, please kill me.
I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
All right then, consider it forgotten.
Yeah. You went very fast to
Prompt.
kill me to like, okay.
We're actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials. My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
We can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
Yeah.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
I told you not to worry about such things.
All right then. I shan't worry a whit.
You said that before, but still you're worrying.
What's with your Hanu friend there?
I don't know, Hanu always looks
I am festival leader
traumatized.
this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Urqopacha and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure Uyuipo.
Thank you.
We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
I will get the stones.
I've been there once or twice. I can guide you.
Sure.
That should save us some time.
You're gonna make it easier to find the cave.
All right then, let's get moving.
That was one of those working for the two-headed guy, isn't it? Yeah.
Chosen one of your rivals is making progress.
Ihihana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out.
The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
I have a feeling at some point we're gonna end up having to fight this guy, and it's gonna be super satisfying. I cannot wait to go bonk him with my staff. A rather eccentric fellow, but I feel his heart is in the right place. Yeah, though he's pretty quick on requesting people kill him. Cave Kitikola is southwest of Okhanu. We can return to the village first, then head there on foot. Okay. I almost envy how effortlessly he can shift from one mood to its polar opposite. At least, I presume he does it by choice. I'm not sure he does. I think he's emotionally extremely unstable. Southwest of here, was it? Let us be on our way. Yeah. I'm so happy that we have this leaning thing now as we move. Oh, I have to go quite far. This has to be the cave. Look, you can see the falls at the back of the cave. These hollows must have been carved out by constant deluge of water from above. Cave Kikitola, as promised. Home to many deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident, but I will conduct my own search out here. You can spot raw Urqopacha by its green-hued glimmer. Bring anything matching that description to me. Okay. I shall help scour the inside of the cave. Then, you take the west half and I'll take the east. Sounds like a plan. You sure you're safe out here? I'm reluctant to send you into danger for the sake of the float, but if you're willing... Oh, it's not that I'm willing, I insist. Send me into danger. I have things to find. Okay, eye-catching glimmer. Upon close inspection, you find that the glimmer you spied was just light reflecting off the water. Oh! But hostile creatures are here. I tried looking around the cave, but I can't find Kyle. I'm not sure she's, like, visible here. I like it when they have the characters visible so you can go speak to them. They don't always do that, or she might be, like, further away than I think. Let's see, anything here? You find a chunk of stone glowing a distinct shade of green. This seems like the exact kind of mineral Linuhanu was looking for. Nice. Linuhanu, I found a stone you mentioned. I also like that not all enemies are hostile, even at higher level areas. It's nice. By the way, if you don't know, the symbol here beside the name tells you. So if it's red, it's hostile. If it's this kind of blue, it's just fine. They won't attack you until you attack them. Kryl's not out yet. Oh, she is. Didn't see her. Kicked over the ground near the entrance, but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? Yeah. A green glowing rock containing what appears to be Urqopacha. Yes, this is Urqopacha. Along with Kryl's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stone you brought shine very brightly. I thank you both. Happy to help. I want to see this festival. He would have been happy to know we were putting things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be a festival leader for this year, Ikihana. No, did they perish during the storm? But when the big storm hit, he did not survive. It fell to me to carry on in his stead. That's why you agreed to Wuklama's request despite your initial reluctance? Yes, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me, and I will walk it for myself and for my friend. Thank for sharing your story with us. Please rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companion are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together, and the Hanu shall host a splendid, uplifting festival. That we shall! Yeah. With that, let us return and deliver the Urqopacha into the Evu's waiting hands. We have to go all the way up those stairs again. This is like Coerthus flashbacks immediately. Alright. We now have to go all the way back there. I hope Urqopacha's foray was as productive as ours. We just got back ourselves. Did you find the stone we needed? We've come too far to stop now. The lifting of wings must go on. Thanks to the third promise and her mighty swings, we've collected some suitable logs for Urqopacha. What of the Urqopacha? I got it. Here you go. Please fix the boat now. Yes, these are excellent samples. A good quantity too. At this stage, you'll likely surmise that the lifting of winds encourages the crops to grow, but not exactly how, eh? Well, you're in for a treat. It all goes to plan. The result should be spectacular. Now, to get to work crafting these pieces for the float, I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance the Urqopacha's conductivity. Then I'd be delighted to help. Yeah, Kryl is like that's her expertise. What she specialized in. Everyone else should head back to Okanu. We'll join you up on the float once the work here is complete. Sounds like a plan. The final touches are fairly routine and shouldn't take long. Go ahead and wait by the float. This pose she's standing in. I want this as an idle pose for Lalafels. I'm excited to see how Ihihana turns out. Me too. It's sort of just holding your hands in front of you, just relaxed. I've seen Tatru use the same pose, but I don't have it. Right, we're back. What do you say, Linuhanu? As Book ever said, the festival really is a spectacle to behold. Gathering the Urqopacha was a trial in and of itself. At first, Book ever criticized everything I did, then he suddenly yelled, "I've spoken ill of the third promise, I must punish myself," and proceeded to slam his head into a Urqopacha tree. I told him not to worry about it. Again, and it was like snuffing out a candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen the poles and the new eye, now we just have to wait for the feathers from the twins. Yeah, a well-managed shipwright. As Book ever said, the festival really is a spectacle to behold. Okay, it has not been fixed yet. What do you think? The lifting of wings. Urqopacha must settle down to rest before the festival gets underway. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. Yes, I hope we get to see the reeds get their golden hue and it's a permanent change in the environment. That would be really cool. I always love it when there's a long-term change. Over there by the float, isn't that the third promise? Then the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of reeds by reviving Ihihana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does he honestly believe that will be enough to save our harvest? The second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the field before leaving Okanu altogether. Maybe we asked too much of our young claimants. Don't? Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to count Kona out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reed something about what needs to be done. Is that so? Perhaps we get to see another of his innovation firsthand. I mean, that would not be bad at all. That sounds like Koana. One look at the reeds was all he needed to think of a solution. Be that as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, and as soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. Yes, there. For a second I was worried they wouldn't come back. It took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to vie for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. Why can't I read right now? I need to stop stuttering. You should mouth, work with me. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feathers sailing for miles. We had to turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Erinwils twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I am a gleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we brought the wood and gemstone replacement crafted by Urqopacha. All that's left is to attach them. Has it been decided who will ride the float? Papa was the guest of honor last time I was here. I remember being surprised they could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. The rider must be a personage of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the Dawn Servant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Oh, who is it? You, of course. Our beloved Ihihana, the Lifting of Winds, is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus I nominate you, Vuklamat, as our guest of honor. Me? You're gonna have to do it every year for a while anyway. Might as well start now. This boat won't make me seasick, will it? It should not. I don't think so. Then wait. The way anchor, I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride your float. Thank you, Vuklamat. I have roles for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying festival floats in a slow procession toward Kosanuki, where the sacred likeness of Kiksahihi is ensconced. What I would like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife so that the procession can move along unimpeded. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Urqopacha is finished with the float? Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Urqopacha with the repairs. If you aren't sure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That will lead you across the bridges to the stride of the sun. Then we shall see the cleared end to end. Yeah. A job we can do. Kill things. How many things do I need to kill? Oh, I need to speak with Vuklamat. Speak with others first. The Ihihana procession often runs afoul of territorial creatures on the way to Kosanuaki. I would greatly appreciate you removing these threats in advance. Yeah. I'll get to work. By the time you're done mashing monster, the float will be good as new. With my lack of combat skills, I would only get underfoot. Happy hunting. Let's do it. Murder away. I'll first find Vuklamat and then murder away. There they are. The degree to which Urqopacha pursues his interest is remarkable. Apparently his studies of Kozama'uka region were so invigorating that he decided to move here and immerse himself in the culture. If the float functions as I think it does, I would not be surprised if it were to attract the creatures. The concentration of ether would be an irresistible lure. The weapons at the ready. We'll make a short work of this task. As Linohano said, Kosanuaki should be down this way, then off to the east when the path branches. Then something about bridges and stride of the sun. Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've called all threats you can find, meet me up in front of Kiksahihi. Sure. Murder away. Okay, survey designated areas to destroy hostile wildlife. More Tukalibris. Oh, 2 of them. Maybe I should have Katla join me on this. Katla! Help me fight these things. They keep on smacking me in the face and I don't like it. Plus, I can easily mount up on you when I want to continue. I spent, by the way, ages getting her into the right color. I wanted her to match my hair, kinda. So it is not exactly the same, but it's very close. But I had such trouble getting the exact color I wanted. I was using the guide and everything, and it kept on changing her like completely, and it was just such a mess. But I'm glad I managed to get her up like in the color I wanted before the expansion came out. Huh, that's the one. Okay, she's doing good. There's like a house over there. Oh yeah, that's Flight of the Wingless. Wait, Flight of the Wingless? Oh, there used to be like steps up there. But now it's all broken. Oh, that's sad. I would love to see this thing repaired as well. I mean, eventually I'm gonna be able to fly around here, but I would love to see this area change. Alfino dealt with some frogs. At this rate, we'll soon have the route to Kozama'uka secured. I mean, good job dealing with the frogs. So I'm guessing Alice is gonna be here somewhere. I forget which way we were meant to go. That's okay. Well, oh, look how pretty it is. Oh, Ocelot. I've seen that word before. Ocelot. Like, there's an actual cat species that has that name, that are very pretty. These look like magnificent. Even if these are just like cowgirls, so good. Okay, that is, I guess, the house we're trying to go to. Oh, there's Alice. Yeah, see, Ocelot, I think they're called. She killed one of them. Now this is my kind of busy work. Kino Hanu. Oh, welcome. It's been some time since we had a visitor who isn't of the Hanu. If there is anything you wish to know about this place, I will share what I know. Well, tell me about yourself. My role here is both guard this sacred place and to attend to the need of its visitors. I've never been good at speaking with others, but so long as I serve Kiksahihi, there is no duty too difficult. In fact, it brings me great joy to see people like you from distant land come into here to learn our ways. Where is this place? Within Kozama'uka is enshrined the likeness of the great bird Kiksahihi, who brings us bountiful harvest. Here we are blessed by the sun, which keeps us dry amongst the damp swamp of Kozama'uka. Kozama'uka is also central to one of our most sacred festivals, although the storm seems to have washed away our festive spirit. Hopefully, once we rebuild, you can see the celebration for yourself. So, this bird is their kind of god. Huh. Looks kind of neat. So do we now just wait here for the parade? Ah, you were a step ahead of us. This must be the likeness of Kiksahihi, the Hanu deity of the harvest. It reminds me of something I saw in Academia Nighter. One of the ancients' creations? Yeah. It's possibly a vestigial memory of that time endured, a subconscious recollection from the inherited soul providing the basic for an entirely new religion. I have no idea what that means. As far as I know, Kiksahihi was worshipped on another continent, This ancient faith was then brought to Tural by the first Hanu. The Hanu migrated here from another continent. Then mayhap the two do share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to Linohanu? He'll want to know the path is safe for the procession. Right, and I need to ride on the float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. Hopefully the boat is repaired. I'm really worried though what Bakul Jaja is up to. Meanwhile in Okanu. Please don't do anything bad. Shoot.
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you.
Yeah.
Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
Dude.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry. She's on her way back already?
Stand back, Wukevu! I will protect the float!
No.
Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
Come on,
I
Wuklamat.
could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Wuklamat and her friends, we can hold Ihihana again! This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
Please don't hurt him.
Very well, if that's what you want.
Please don't hurt him. Yes! Wuklamat to the rescue! Come on, you can do it, girl.
What? I put everything into that blow.
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us. But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Okay, we are here as well. That's good. Yeah, if you want to fight.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn. Or all together, if you like.
Let's do this.
Calm yourself, Chosen One. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre. What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating nuts. Lucky for you. Eh?
I don't like him.
Ugh, two heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
Oh no, she's fine.
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Let's do this. She's fine.
Yes! Yes, we are!
Nej. Look at your bläcket. I'm glad we kept the float out of Cool Jaja's clutches, but God, he brushed me aside like I was a bothersome gnat. Given the nature of the right succession, I expect such altercations are inevitable. Still, I feel like we shouldn't be fighting. I'm thankful we made it back before anyone was seriously injured. He waited for us to leave so he could steal the float. A coward and a thief. Yeah, he didn't want to fight us. He wanted to fight just the people he could easily, like, walk over. If I've learned one thing in my life, is that poor manners often portray poor character. Yeah. A tense encounter. I'm thankful Alfino thought to share the link pearls. Thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but against the two head, I may as well have not been here at all. Nonsense! You stood your ground and brought us the time we needed to make it back. You were incredibly brave. Yeah. Let's see, what options do we have? Celestial green is always really pretty. I was so afraid Urqopacha would come to harm. Okano has seen enough death. Knowing the Hanu. Whoever wishes to speak words that the festival will soon be held. With the exciting interlude over, you'll be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Before we commence the festival, however, it would be a courtesy to inform the villagers that Ihihana will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Ohokali. See, I remember. Okay, so we need to say Ohokali. Ohokali! Thank you for letting me know. I would very much like to attend the festival, but the repair should be finished as soon as possible. What to do? Attend the festival. Attend the festival and then the repairs. Ohokali! The festival is about to begin? What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course I'll be there. Cleaning up the storm aftermath may have been hard on us all, but the lifting of wings is tradition, and joy is one at that. I won't sit here brooding my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. I think this is going to be very good for them all. Okohali. Enjoying the festival? What? The float is fixed? Our fallen friends will be glad to know that Ikehana will soon be on the way. They would have wanted us to honor them with celebration, not their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. I like this. This is such a good mentality. Keep on living for those who no longer live. Celebrate life. The boat is fixed. Yeah, you can see it has both its eyes and everything. Now, are you ready to sit in it? Though, if you sit in this, it's not an awfully big boat. So I can... Urqopacha must have had to sit kind of hunched in. The Hana were pleased to hear the festival was going ahead, I imagine. Yeah. That is well. Once our friend returned to the lifting of wings can begin at last. I hope the reeds turn golden and pretty again. I also hope this is voice acted.
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihihana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Ukewu knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, Third Promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Right. Off we go.
Okay, maybe with a fit.
Ihihana is a
Semi.
prayer for bountiful harvest. But this is not its only meaning.
Oh?
It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Oh, that's nice.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Urqopacha, the savior of our beloved festival!
Oh, I get goosebumps.
Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out! But do not even think of dropping her!
I mean, this is gonna be a way lighter load than previous festivals, so that's a good thing.
Ready and...
I could get used to this.
I love how they walk with it.
Will empty bellies stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promise would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
Right, we've enough bearers now. Onwards to Kozama'uka!
This is adorable. I hope you're not getting seasick, are you? Because I could get motion sick from being up there. I think the bouncing would quickly make me quite queasy. What's wrong?
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihihana.
Okay.
The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy. Keshaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
I was not expecting the laser eyes. I mean, everything is looking really vibrant. Whoa. I thought it was just gonna change color.
It worked.
It did.
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
That was amazing! To think that such a thing was even possible!
Okay, that was really cool. I am really happy with that solution. Oh, look at these! I thought they would just go from like the dullish light brown to like golden looking. Didn't think they would actually grow. They're massive. Even departed of their usual sustenance, the Hana seem invigorated the moment the festival began. Ihihana is truly magical. I wasn't sure what to expect, but the festival was admittedly impressive. I told you, didn't I? Spectacular. I was too quick to dismiss the idea that the float had arcane properties. I think I wanted to believe that no one knew more about the Ihihana than me. As it turns out, there are many things I've yet to learn. Should I have left the float being like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Nothing to worry yourself over. My brethren have been swept up by festival fever lest I saw they were taking turns at carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please feel free to look over the field and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished. I'm really enjoying these small stories, getting to know the people of the land. Something not world-ending for once is quite lovely. Oh, there are still fields to go.
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Yeah. Also, the other contestants
Where does that leave us with the feet?
might bring some ideas as well.
You've got nothing to fear on that account. Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognize the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihihana proves your dedication. What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper. We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic and reducing Ihihana to hollow theater.
Oh, there's Kona.
Kona!
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
Huh. Concentrated ether, maybe?
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity. It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
A method I could not have devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Archon allies.
Archon allies?
Is this where we get to meet Urian J and Thancred?
You see, Lamachi, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
I still think the float is quite important.
Well, you always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Urqopacha. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did. And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
I did. It was so much fun. Having visited your village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihihana. With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. And I like you even more now than I did before.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
But what was the plan Pakuljaja had? His plan was almost working? There we go.
5 more to go.
And on to the next.
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Kona for you.
I think Kona and her would work really well together.
A third promise? You must join us for Ihihana next season. As Dawn servant, of course.
But I think...
Right. It's back to Tulihiola for now.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
These are interesting times indeed.
Right.
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
So you stole one of his things.
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
Right, here we are. The thing is, I think, obviously part of this whole challenge is to get to know the cultures of Tuliolal. There is this theme of Tural being a very diverse nation, and the Dawn Servant having to be somebody who can work with all of those cultures. And while Kona brings great innovation, and he should keep on bringing great innovation, he must also not forget that sometimes doing things a little bit harder, like in a more challenging way, can also be important. Right, Kyle. While Kona seems a decent sort, he strikes me as a man who likes to keep others at a distance. That makes 2 out of 7 keystones. So far so good. Where has Bakul Jaja gone, I wonder? And what did his follower mean by their other prospect? I'm curious as to who these Arkans the second promise mentioned could possibly be. I know we know who they are. My journey has just started, and I already met so many wonderful people. Book Evu for one. He's a bit eccentric, but everyone could stand to be as respectful of other cultures as he is. And Linuhanu, it warmed my heart to see him honor his departed friend through Ihihana, and to help others do the same. I can't help but feel excited thinking who else I might meet over the course of the contest. Come on, let's get back to Subtil TF. Alright, with that we have done the split test, so I'm guessing next is gonna be the stories converging again. So we should only have like one option of where we go next. I pray we don't cross paths with Bakul Jaja at the next feat. But even if we do, we've made a good start on these challenges. Hopefully we can keep it up. I noticed Soralja was not at the Hanu village. Yet in contests like this one, it's only a matter of time until claimants are pitted against each other in direct competition. Indeed, the Hanu festival must be as central to the tradition as a Sundrap dance is to the Vanu. I've not forgotten our obligation to Vuglamad, but it's moments like these when we can immerse ourselves in the culture of others that fill me with anticipation for the new experiences this adventure will bring us. Very well. When Vuglamad declared her intention to save the festival, I feared where it would lead us. I'm glad to see my concern were unfounded. Yeah. Traveling with so large and diverse a group is unfamiliar to me. If she could see me now. If she? I guess you're trainer. Look at us! The contest has barely begun and we already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brother aren't doing this well. We can only hope. Travel? Okay, it's the same. Let's see. The success of others. Vuglamad is eager to attempt the next feat. We've now won keystones from both the feat of Reese and the feat of Gold. Surely that means our approach to the contest was the right one. So it would seem. By continuing to retrace Kulukjaja's journey as presented in the saga, we should find the remaining electors in turn. Then let's visit the giants next. Like Kyle said, the fact that they were searching for the Golden City might mean they know something useful. The home of the Urqu is in the upper reaches of Urqopacha. Unless you're keen on scaling the cliff, we'll have to take the long way around through Kozama'uka. This route will take us closer to the Moblin village, which is another important location in the saga. Since we'll need all the keystones eventually, it makes sense to pay them a visit while we're passing through. So we call on the Moblin first, then. Let's head there right now. I'm afraid right now is going to be a problem. Oh. The flight of the wingless, the great stairs leading to the Moblin settlement, collapsed in the storm. What are we to do then? There is an alternative, but it requires preparation. Until it's ready, you could rest at the cabins or see more of the city, whatever you prefer. What are you planning? Just to be sure, you'll accept any method of travel as long as it gets us to our destination? Of course! Who do you take me for? What are you planning? Then as your guide, I will see to the arrangements. Well, it seems we have some free time on our hands. Let us make the most of it. Any form of travel? I need to get my axe repaired. I nicked the blade pretty badly when I took a swing at Bakul Jaja. That reminds me, I never got around to introduce you to Ropley, did I? He's the man in charge of Vakumeki Meki, and a good person to know. Want to come along? Yes! Is this gonna open Vakumeki Meki for me? Let's go then! Because that's all the crafting stories are there. Crafting and gathering. Vakumeki Meki, please. Ready? The market at Vakumeki Meki are to the east and on the side of Bayside Bevy. She's accompanying us. Lovely. Any chests on the way? Yes, there is one spot for talk on the way. Oh, of course, before we do that, let's talk. Vakumeki Meki is everything that Tuliyollal was built to be. Discuss Auntie's Tacos. This is Auntie's Tacos, named for his owner here, the lovely Tisol. If you're after the best tacos in Tuliyollal, this place sits at the top with Sabal Tier. You said that, third promise, but you only ever eat old Brukevu's food. Come and buy mine for a change. Sorry, Tisol. It has been a while, hasn't it? I swear I'll stop for a bite once the contest is over. I do like how she's like sociable with everybody, and they're pretty open to speak to her. This is Ropley. My, third promise. How might I assist you this fine day? Well, met Ropley. I need to buff a nick out of my axe blade. Yes, it's been chipped quite terribly. Trying to cleave a rock again, were we? Something like that. Think you can fix it? You stand amongst our almost prodigious gathering of artisans and ask this question? This child's play. We'll have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of an alpaca tail. Good to hear. I leave it in your capable hands. Who is your companion, if I may ask? This is Malisity, a great adventurer I recruited from across the salt. I brought her here to meet you, actually. Thought she might have reasons to visit Vakumeki Meki sooner or later. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Ropley, humble representative of this grand center of trade. A pleasure to meet you, Malisity. Hello. You there, stop dithering in the shadows and announce your business already. Who's this? Ah, isn't this the guy from the boat? I've seen that man somewhere before. I think he was on the boat with us. He had like messed up in some business, so he was trying to go to a new land to start over. Yeah. He isn't looking very happy though. A jewellery maker you met at the voyage over? Yeah. Oh, I remember. I spoke with him too. Bungentain. Yes, that was his name. You've been loitering like a flighty admirer who can't pluck up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it then. Why are you here? That is to say... Oh dear. And we are no closer to solving that enigma. I wonder if we could use someone to talk to. I say we go and ask. Let me know by Pearl if you find him first. Yes. Let me see if I can't help him. I wonder if he ends up being one of the quests. Our nervous man of mystery fled westward. Never to be seen again? Oh no, he'll be back. Poor guy. Oh, there he is. Constantine. Hello. You were conversing with Master Robley? Oh wait, we met before, haven't we? On the ship. Yeah? You okay, buddy? You found him? Good, I'll be right there. Why did you run off like that? Did you have business with Robley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. I'm undeserving of such attention. Ah? What are you going on about? I beg of you, do not ask me to explain. Do not. Sorry, but the more you tell me not to, the more curious I become. Besides, you look like you need a friend. You're too kind. So be it. I suppose I can share with you a morsel of my misery. Before I came to Tuliolal, I worked as a goldsmith at the most prestigious jewel market in all of Ul'dah, Astame's Aesthetics. Always started off well enough, but as the days passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to the masterpieces of my talented colleague, my products were lacking. Mediocre. I lost all confidence. Crippling... Oh wait, was Gigi talking to you? If the mammoth was talking to him, then no wonder he's all broken. Crippling doubt had possessed me, and any veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon cracked beneath his weight. Thus did I take a ship, hoping to find a fresh beginning on a new shores. Yet at your witness, I lacked the courage to even approach the potential employer. You stand before a man wallowing in the wreckage of his ill-spent existence. Alright, then. You offered a morsel, then served us the full course. You must really want someone to hear your story. If you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then, you have experience with my predicament? Of feeling terribly inadequate compared to your undeniably superior peers? Yes. Well, when you put it that way, yes. Not me. I'm Urqopacha, third promise of Tuliolal. Oh no. Daughter of the Dawn servant. Oh, of course. You remember the royal family. Please forgive my presumptuousness. But what of you? Have you ever measured your work against that of your colleagues and found yourself wanting? Well, you can't measure your worth by the success of others. How can I not? Should my work not meet the same exacting standards, no new commission will be forthcoming. What then was the point of my becoming a goldsmith? Looking back, it was my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creation brought radiant smiles to the faces of his clients, and I admired him deeply for it. But in the course of striving to be a great goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivation. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft as he did. Perhaps I will give this one last try. Thank you both for reminding me of what is truly important. What is truly important? Yeah, like peace in Tural. The happiness of the people in Tural. The stuff you are quite literally fighting for. No matter what anyone says. Oh, sorry, Malisity. I didn't mean to ignore you. But yes, I'm glad to see Fontaine is giving himself another chance. You should do the same. Urqopacha wonders how Fontaine is getting on. I can't help but wonder if Fontaine will follow through. Let's see if he's actually going to talk with Ropley. Yes. Our lurker seems a changed man. I'm not sure it even is the same man. It was kind of you to come, but you needn't worry. I found my courage. Pray accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. My name is Fontaine, and I'm a goldsmith from Ul'dah in faraway Eorzea. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue practicing my trade here in Urqopacha, if you will have me. I ask only for the opportunity to bring happiness to others with my creations. I mean, you are talking to a Pelu. So that's what it was all about? You were looking for work? Consider yourself hired. Urqopacha is always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. I'll handle the necessary paperwork. Can you start tomorrow? Yes, of course. I must thank you both again for your sage and timely advice. I don't know that I was all that helpful. But you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would not have had the moment of much needed self-reflection. Oh? Does this mean we're ready to go? The arrangements have been made. Come and meet me at the entrance to High Tide Harbor. Alright. Are we going on a boat? Oh, I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Ropley? Ready and waiting. Behold the sublime touch of the Urqopacha artist. Oh, it's sharp and deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Well, good luck to you, Fontaine. Let me know if that doubt creeps back in. I would be happy to talk to you again. As for us, we should head for the harbor. Wouldn't want to keep Erenville waiting. I think we're sailing. I think she's not going to be thrilled, but I'm pretty sure we're going by boat. All that the wait was making me hungry, so I tried taco from both FFxiv and Aunties. I think I prefer Thiesel's spicier flavors. I want to re-examine the Tuliyoral saga. Should we continue apace, we should soon come face to face, or rather face to knee, with those enormous Yokyu. I am told some of them tower over even the hulking Kulujaja. How big are those guys? I wonder what Erenville alternative means of travel is. I wonder if we can go into their houses and everything is gonna be like humongous. That would be hilarious. Right, how is this gonna go? Enough with the secrecy. What's this big plan of yours? Look there. That is my big plan. Oh, they're like rafts. What is that? Is Punity. She'll be pulling our boat upriver. Like a manatee. How do we know she won't thrash about and sink us instead? They're gentle and timid creatures, for the most part. She's unlikely to cause a fuss unless you give her a reason to. First alpacas, now punities. We're relying a lot on animals for this journey. We should be thankful we have animal expert as our guide then. Yeah. But did it have to be my old nemesis? Another boat? Well, I took you for someone who was up to the challenge. Was I wrong? Long ago, when fighting still raged between the clans, the inhabitants of Kozama'uka rode these riverboats to move swiftly through hostile territory. But the vessels see little use with Tural now at peace, so I was able to borrow one of the few which remain. I did consider a dirigible, but the pilot warned me that the updraft near the falls would make landing difficult. So, boat it is. You said you borrowed one, yet there appear to be several on the water. Kona! I guess he at least borrowed another one. Lamati, traveling up the river, I presume? Seems that way. Does this mean you've earned 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you managed despite undertaking the contest alone. I was never alone. I had my own entourage with me since the beginning. My friend has been, well, not that long. Thancred, Urian J, what are you doing here? Escorting a promise, the same as you. I heard much of the incomparable Archon during my time at the Studium. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought who better to recruit to my cause. I contacted the scholar, who arranged an introduction to these 2 gentlemen. The second promise had specific requirements. They who would be his assistant must boast both proven survival skill and mastery of the arcane arts. And thus did Thancred and I receive a summon. My own studies concentrated on technology, which our people could readily use, such as invention born of magitech or clever engineering. Where magic was concerned, I covered only the foundation. Knowing you two, I expect you had other reasons for accepting the job? A few. The nation of Tuliolal spans an entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world may be plunged into instability once more. Ever have we striven to preserve peace? Where is our place if not here and now? Very fitting. We did our due diligence, of course, and made sure of who we were working with before agreeing to his endeavor. He's even more opaque than Urian J at times, but it's surprising. That's quite enough of that. Oh. We must be on our way. Wait, I have one question before you leave. Kona and Urqopacha are vying for the throne. As Kona's entourage, does that mean you resolve to defeat all his opponents, including us? We're sworn to do all in our power to win this contest for Kona, even if it means competing against our own comrades. We intend to hold nothing back and expect you to do the same. And we won't disappoint you. Okay, I like that it's more like a friendly competition between us. And with them working with Kona, it's the other competitor we don't mind winning. I thought you were taking a boat. If even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk than risk confrontation on leaky bars with no possibility of retreat. It's true that I It is true that I can't stand boats. But I trust the route Erinville has chosen for us. Aww. Leave the handling of the punity to me. Should the other wildlife attack us, however, I may have difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away as far as from the front of the boat as possible. We can do that. Then we shall remain on deck and stand guard, although it may be wise to have at least one of us sit up front with Erinville, just in case. I would like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my pictomancy to the proof. And I'll take any chances to show you that what I can hold on my own on the battlefield. Then Kyle will stand on guard with Malisity. Sure. I'll keep Erinville company then. With my blade I can respond more quickly to threats than Alphino. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of the way. Then I shall endeavor to provide aid where it's needed. I can do that as well. That should cover most eventualities. Secure your gear and board the boat when you're ready. Alright, so we are going to the next area. Vuklamat with her head smacking. Oh, you're plotting something. Let the hunt begin. We need to drown these bastards on the way, preferably. Oh, it's a dungeon. Now, for the recording, I'm actually gonna run through all of the dungeons in the trust system, which will allow me to go through a little bit slower and explore properly. But let's start by talking to Alice. Juana decided the river route was too risky, but I wonder how the other claimants are planning to travel. We'll take the smaller boat to board the big vessel with the punity. Small talk. As Connor said, once we're on the boat, there's a little room for fights and nowhere to run. We must be prepared for all manner of threats. This should be a good opportunity for you to see how far my training has progressed. Oh, you're so cute. We can't stand here all day debating the danger ahead. We have a contest to win. Okay. Enter with a party of NPCs. I'm gonna be a white mage. Oh, so Alphina will come as DPS then. Ah, interesting. I was a little bit confused over the fact that Alice was not coming with us. Like, because he is the second DPS and I'm a healer. But if Alphino can fill in as a DPS, then it's okay. Yeah, Vuklamat can both be a tank and DPS as well. Okay. My nose is very itchy. This is unfortunate. Maybe because I have a cat that is shedding all the hairs sitting right in front of me. Okay, this I think is the dungeon people got to see on the tour. They have like monsters on theirs. Okay, at least the boat is reasonably big. It's a good platform to fight on. So is this dungeon gonna be like just fighting on the barge? There was a boat like ours up ahead. Could be Suralja or, oh god, Sispakuljaja. Forget who else is on the river right now. We have company. Also, welcome to DPS as a white mage. You spend a lot of time just casting holy. I like that we can see Alisei down there fighting the bird. Doing her very best. Why does Kryle's spell look so much cooler than mine as a Pictomancer? He's like a green thing. We're in for some rain, it seems. That is Bakul Jaja ahead of us. Be ready for anything. Bakul Jaja, could you, like, move your boat? Yes, come closer, we have something for you. Oh, the thing's on the top, isn't it? A gift courtesy of the blessed siblings. Scheming bastard. The first objective is arrive at the Panuti pool, so the whole dungeon is not on board of the ship. That's kind of good. We get to run around a little bit and explore. Keep Urqopacha alive. Yeah, this is not going to plan. We'll just have to improvise. Oh, please tell me are you coming over? What did he do? See how braver you make it that far. He broke the boat. Crippling our boat was a cowardly move. Yeah, but is the pony okay? I can't command the Panuti like this. The harness is broken. I'm sorry, but we have to pull over to the bank. Ugh. We won't be going anywhere until we can make repairs. See if there's a route overland. We'll try to catch up to you later. You meant this dam is... Okay, Alisei is gonna stay with him. That's good. Poor thing. Oh, but at least it stops raining. That's nice. The perk of doing this in Trust is you can take things at your own pace to look at things. Look at that. That's definitely a wild one. And that is quite lovely because then you don't have to worry about like holding up other people. Prime Panuti. This is the mother of all Panuti. It's huge. The only like issue is that if I die, there's nobody to rest me. So I better learn how to do these fights proper and learn it quick. The sheer force, pulling in everything. I do like the comments they have. Whoa. Oh. What is this? What is this? Urqopacha, you cannot stand with me. Oh, shoot. Shoot.
They'll pay for that.
Yeah. You up? Are you up? Oh, you came back with full health. That's good. Interesting that different from regular players, they come back with full health. Because this is just supposed to resurrect you to a weakened state. Instead of like resurrecting you just with full health. That feels kind of weird. But yeah, this is actually going quite good. A little bit messy at the begin with, but otherwise not too terrible.
Here goes.
Oh, you limit breaking, Kryle. Good job. Didn't really see it, but good job. River's Breath Mask of Aiming. What's this thing? What does it look like? Not my style, but could be cool on some things. But this is also just not loot for me. Oh, it's like a house built into... Yeah, it's like a tunnel. Nice. Rich leaf tunnels. Okay, that looks really pretty. Yeah, it looks like some sort of a mine shaft. Like train tracks here and everything. So far, nothing to read. Bracelet of slaying. I'm not slaying, no. Oh hey! Actually climbing upstairs. That's cool. I feel me and Kyle should have been allowed to just hang from Urqopacha's back. Oh! Hello! What strange happenstance? Hath some misfortune befallen thy vessel? Apologies, friend. It seems you've taken the long way around. Ah, such cheek. We'll have to find another route. Yeah, well, that's fine. I like that we don't have to fight them, but they are there to kind of cause a little bit of havoc on our way. This is pretty. It's like a whole cavern ecosystem. These are blobs. Hello. What's going on? What is this bullshit? Oh, that looks horrifying. Okay, that's an amazing enemy. Sorry, I'm busy looking at the very weird version of myself there. Like that Kryle's one is like massive. I mean, they're all bigger than ours, but than we are by a lot. But then mine is not that big. Mine is kind of like average size, while I mean, it's a little bit bigger than me, but it's how do you do that? I need to figure out what spell that is that summons the green guy. It's very cute. Okay, the slime version of myself is kind of funny. Earrings of slaying. I'm getting all the slaying stuff. I mean, it's gonna be good for my other roles, but at the same time, like, eh. Widowmakers. Oh, they kind of look like anteaters. Oh, his name is Drowsy. Oh, I wish I didn't have to wake it up. We can't simply sneak by, can we? Not likely. I mean, I mean, we could have not woken him up. By skirting around the outside, we could have snuck past him. Instead, now we have to murder Drowsy. I don't like that. Drowsy is very cute. And did nothing wrong. He was just trying to take a nap in his own home. Like, we are unquestionably the bad guys in this situation. Is he dancing? Oh, he's watering the seeds with ether. Oh, let's just not stand near the seeds then. It's still growing. There's another who's are even bigger. No. That's gonna hurt. Oh, okay. That was okay. I mean, yeah, this is just a Gopu skeleton. But it just looks so much cuter. Can I get one of these as a mount? You did not. Oh. I wasn't quite ready to see myself being made out of troll snot. Please don't sneeze up any more copies of me. This makes just keep ahead of my mana. I have a bad habit of forgetting to use my lucid dreaming, which gives me my mana back. I need to make sure I actually do that. Okay. I think I should be safe where I'm standing right now. Alfino, why are you taking damage? And we are growing. I should still be safe where I'm standing if I just shimmy to the corner. Yep. So you say, Alfie. Out of the tunnels we go. Oh yeah, that's the outside. Maiming gear. Oh look, we've got a rainbow. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, so... I mean, I wouldn't really call this upriver. This is more like up on the cliff. We haven't... Like, horizontally, we have not moved that far. You see, they are still doing the repairs. Tomato. I don't know what that is. That looks weird. I'm gonna back away from it. It's pulsating weirdly. Looks like it's gonna blow up or something. Do you blow up? Can I kill you? No? It's so green and pretty here. These creatures we killed. These creatures we killed. Some territorial dispute? Maybe. I don't know what those big things are. Bracelets of casting! I'm getting loot for all of my other roles. And none for me.
There.
What level are these guys? Oh, it's all 91 as well. I mean, it's good because I have to level other things as well. This forest is really pretty. I saw something like flying away, wings or something. I guess that's what's killing everything here. Healing stuff? Slaying. I'm the only player in this dungeon. Am I gonna go through this entire thing and not get a single gear? Right. Yeah, this is the final boss. I haven't gotten anything. Apex Predator Apollyon. Ooh. I like your color scheme. The rest of you is no. Okay. Let's do this. It's the Valkyries of earlier. My axe for a giant boot. Let's kill it. Oh. Let me move to the other side. If it's windy, it's gonna be like all weird. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Everybody's gonna have to run pretty fast here. Caterpillar is much faster now. I've noticed. It must take on the qualities of its prey. That is kind of cool. Okay. Oh, feeding on the sandworm has strengthened Apollyon's scything forearms. That is alarming. That is just casually evolving by eating is kind of horrifying. Surely these are like temporal effects though. Guys, we cannot stand together. I mean, not that I was doing a great job at moving away either. I do like this going the first run with NPCs. It's really fun because they are the people who are traveling with you at this moment in the story. Oh shoot! I need to get myself up. Okay. Oh, I'm level 92. That means my spell should have upgraded. So I think I have a new glare now. Also, give me healing items. I desperately need healing items. Enhance presence of mind. Nice. Okay. I got a axe and a chest piece of scouting. That feels highly inappropriate for my character. Any thoughts from you guys? I hope Alice and Erinville are alright. That's the biggest bug I've ever seen. Well, Con has gotten ahead of us now. Yeah, but that's okay. This is pretty.
This is as far as we can go on foot, it seems. We'll have to head back and see about fixing the boat.
Well, how did Kona get across?
Hey! Everyone all right?
Oh, perfect. Okay. Boat is fixed. So basically, this was kind of pointless to do, this whole travel, but it was nice while the boat had to be fixed. It was a fun dungeon. I was worried we might not catch up to you. Those caverns you traversed were dug by the Urqopacha in their search for gold. Remnants of their excavation can be found throughout the region. While I appreciate the lesson, oh wise guide, we are well landing this boat anytime soon. Oh, poor Glamat. Our river journey is almost over. For proof of that, you need only look ahead. Nice. I really wish they did not, like, have dialogues that just auto continue and I can't pause them at all. The falls were impressive enough from a distance, but it's almost... See, I didn't even manage to read that. Yes, amazing. Now please let me off. It just advances a bit too fast. I prefer it when it lets me click. No, no more boats. Are you... oh, you're not alright? I should be surprised as he was. Even without the nausea, we're all spent. There is a mountain shelter nearby, a resting spot for those who ascended the stairs. I suggest we make use of it. That would be a welcome respite. Have you the strength for a short walk, Urqopacha? We can rest along the way too. Damn it all. A promise is meant to lead from the front, not mule and moan like a sick kitten. You can't help it if you get seasick. Urqopacha. Ignore me. It's the nausea talking. I'm fine, really. Lead on. I'll follow. Very well, but if I might say one thing. Just because you're a promise or a claimant for the throne, doesn't mean you can't be seen to struggle. You needn't bear this burden alone, so please don't hesitate to talk to us. We're always willing to lend an ear. Yeah. I mean, that's something we've learned as the Warrior of Light. You don't have to do it all alone. But Kyle, Leaning on others is a skill all leaders require. You as well, Malisity? Oh, hell yeah. I've always believed this is my problem alone, but perhaps you have the right of it. I mean, everyone in this group has needed help at some point. Alright. I'll talk about things. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Of course, as long as you need. We'll be waiting at the shelter when you're ready. Oh. I understand her stress and why she wants to look so powerful, but I think this is a great lesson for her. Oh, Poppy Ghost Skipper. Oh, okay, so this is travel to Tuliolal. I've long felt that I could never tell anyone when I was confused or hurting, that admitting to weakness would bring shame to Papa's name. But if you say you're willing to listen, then there are things I would like to talk about. Alright, come on, let's catch up to the others. Okay, I found the lore person here, which is Ronik. Grace, word Lowlander. Does Lowlander want to know more about many fires? What do you do here? Flonik is happy greeter to many fires. See, happy greets travel traders and treats them to the most tongue-gladdening barbecue. Travel traders thank Flonik for her kindness with kingly shine, or even better-wise with tasty meat. Well, what kind of place is it? Many fires is the rest place for traveler and trader on long walk from Tuliolal to the far south and backwise. Usually long walkers stop here and climb the big stairs, but now the big stairs are broken, so the folk flow has stopped. Flonikin hope the big stairs are quick fix, so every mobby can gather around the fire and eat sizzle meat together again. I'm glad to see that the goblins and the moblins share the same dialogue system. Alright, I grabbed the Aetheryte and ran a little bit around, but otherwise, let's see what everyone has to say. This seems cozy spot for Urqopacha to let her guard down. I know it can't be easy for her. This side of the region is so different from where the Hanu live. The striking colors of the vegetation alone is beautiful. Now that I've decided to share, I feel so nervous. This place is called Many Fires for the constant stream of peddlers and travelers who make camp here after climbing the stairs. Oh. We should stop here for the night. I understand the desire to rush ahead, but we need to recuperate from our punishing river adventure. Then let's settle in. We need a cook fire and there are meal preparation to be done. Alfino, you can go find firewood. And so you wanted to share?
I've been meaning to ask, but how does one become the adopted child of the Dawn Servant?
I was but a ball of fuzz at the time, so I don't remember much. My earliest memories are of life in the palace. All I know is that I was born in Urqopacha, a village in Yaktel. But I've never bothered to return there.
Oh.
As far as I'm concerned, Ulul-Jaja is my only parent.
I quite understand. I have no memories of my birth parents either. For a while, I wanted to learn who they were. But over time, that curiosity waned. Galuf was my dear grandfather, and he was all I needed.
So our situations were quite similar.
Yeah, they kind of were.
Even though Papa already had a trueborn son, he raised me and Kona with no less love. One time, I'd wandered off alone into the forest and gotten lost. Before I became a meal for some beast, Papa dropped everything and came to my rescue.
He sounds like a great dad.
I was scared and sobbing and ready for a scolding. But the head of resolve praised me for surviving the ordeal. I did get my lecture from the head of reason, though. He went on and on about the dangers of the jungle and all the horrible ways I could have died. Growing up, Papa was kind and patient, but a tyrant when it came to training. Now, of course, I realize he was preparing me for my duties as a promise. For all the good it did. There's so much I failed to learn about my own country. Whether it's alpacas or Ihihana, I hardly know anything. I've lived such a sheltered life, yet convinced myself I understood Tural and its people. I don't have Kona's education, or Zoralja's strength. I'm all bluff and bravado, not fit to bear my title.
Oh, hon. Why do you want the throne?
Why? Because my father built a nation where everyone can live in peace, and I want to keep it that way.
And that's what you have.
I think I see what you're saying. My reasons for joining the contest have nothing to do with my brothers. It's always been about the Turali and what I can do for them.
You said it yourself. How important it is to properly know something. To hear the voices of others, empathize with how they feel, and think how best to serve. In so doing, you'll come ever closer to being the person you wish to be.
I'm sorry, everyone. I've been a fool. From this moment on, I'll stop trying to be the promise I'm not. I won't feign strength to hide my weaknesses. Step by step, I'll learn all there is to know and love about Tulihyolal and my fellow Turali.
He is a truly wonderful character.
But it'll be a path of my own making. I will find a city of gold for all of us, along with the answers you seek about your grandfather, Kryl. I swear.
I appreciate it, Urqopacha, but you needn't take on that burden as well. Galuf Baldessian dedicated his life to protecting people from all manner of threats. As his granddaughter, I wouldn't wish to endanger others for the sake of a personal investigation. So let's just concentrate on winning the contest. We have a shared goal, and, if at all possible. I'd rather we enjoy the journey.
Hear, hear. We are companions on the same road, bound for the same destination. With our combined talents, nothing will stop us from reaching the Golden City.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
Aw, Erenville. It's a cutie. Meanwhile, in the second Promises camp. That's Koana.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
They are very close.
They seem to be enjoying themselves. Are you sure you don't want to go and say a word to your sister?
Nay, there is no need for that. But what of you two? Urqopacha's allies are your comrades. It must feel strange to be rivals.
Helping you has made us rivals, aye. But we're not about to break into fisticuffs over it. Unless, of course, it is a matter of winning or losing the contest. Then I'll have no qualms about putting Alizé on her rear.
Despite our long history, never have I been given the chance to test myself against our companions. The thought stirreth within me a most unexpected sense of competition.
Lamachi has surrounded herself with distinguished figures indeed. One of the Studium's finest graduates, the head of the students of Bardessian. And then there's Eorzea's vaunted champion. If she's half the hero you say, then the odds are stacked against us.
I fear
Not
so.
that I have any intention of bowing out. Our time in Urqopacha only served to strengthen my resolve. We saw how a single storm cut off the alpaca roots and threw my people's lives into disarray. Such uncertainties are why I advocate for the adoption of Sharlayan innovations, that Tuli Yolal might know greater stability and prosperity. Our nation can change for the better. And I will be the man to change it.
Well, it's a start. I imagine your experiences on this journey, all the things you'll hear and feel and think, will help you refine that approach. But to return to the subject of the rite, I'm a touch concerned by the condition for victory. The claimant who breaks the seal becomes Dawnservant, not the one who performed the 7 feats first.
Mm-hmm.
The would-be victor need only possess the 7 keystones.
That is correct. As the contest wears on, we must brace ourselves for greater conflict.
But cool that Jack could just try to steal them. I quite like Kona. Like, he has a very... Oh, first promise again. He has a very understandable, like, aspiration. Seems they've already made it to the
Your
moblins.
rivals still lag behind. The second and third promise may have recruited competent lackeys, but none compared to you. How can they hope to compete with the resilient son? The only child ever sired by a two-head. Only the ignorant or foolish could fail to see that you were born to be Dawnservant.
Such titles mean nothing.
Ah, I neglected to mention. When I first heard the rumors that the contest involved the Golden City, I spoke in confidence with Gulul Jaja's inner circle.
Oh?
They all agreed on one thing. Whoever reaches the City of Gold will attain a power so great, it can dictate the course of history. If this power truly exists, then I humbly beg a fair share of it. Time is passing, and I would put my plans in motion without delay. The useless tool is cast aside after all. And just so there is no misunderstanding, you consent to this course, no matter who is made to suffer.
In battle, everyone bleeds. The Dawn's promise is no exception. What better lesson to teach our people the folly of war?
Wait. Is he expecting to get horribly injured or die in whatever their plan is? Oh, and Bakul Jaja.
I was hoping for a good scrap, but this bloated sack of bile was no challenge at all.
I wonder if the house cat is dead yet.
Be ashamed to lose a plaything, but we'd still have 2 more.
If I may ask, Chosen One, what are your plans for Tuliolal after you take the throne?
Yeah.
Plans? What makes you think we care about all that?
We care only about the contest and proving our superiority.
That would surely please Mother and Father.
Yes, and when we become Dawn's servant, we'll drive out the weakling masses and invite our king to live in the city.
Fine idea! Our family deserves better than that rotten jungle. But do it then. We must catch up to that one-headed pretender and remind him of the natural order.
I made it.
I'm having a hard time finding any redeeming qualities for this man.
Where have you been?
Oh, I feared I was done for when I fell from the boat. Yet somehow I made it.
Oh no!
Oh, my arms, I can barely lift them. If I could just rest a moment.
You expect us to wait for you? Those who can't keep up will be left behind.
My brother has spoken. March, or be fodder for the beasts.
But I followed the teachings. Everything I've done, everything I've sacrificed, all has been for the blessed seedlings. Wait. Don't leave me behind! I'm begging you!
Yeah, I really dislike him. But that is also the end of my recording time. I'm gonna finish this quest and then I will have to take a break. What do you say, Alfie? I have some small experience with the pressure of leadership and crumbling beneath its weight, as you well know. If anything good can be said to have come of my failure, I hope it's my capacity to help others avoid similar mistakes. Yes. It doesn't matter if Urqopacha's scared of alpacas or gets sick on boat. It doesn't change who she is or what she means to her people. Exactly. I'm glad we could take a moment to talk things through. Urqopacha seems much happier for it. It's so good to see Urqopacha more sure of herself. Being able to say these things has brought me such relief. It's like a stone has been lifted off my chest, and I can take a full breath at last. I don't want to encumber myself like that again. I want to be better, will be better, for myself and for my people. Aww. That is where I'm gonna take a break today. I will continue with the main story tomorrow. And that is gonna be amazing. I am very excited to see how things go with the moblins. Things are definitely heating up and getting quite interesting. But for now, I hope you're having fun with this. If you're enjoying my playthrough, maybe throw me a commentation by liking and subscribing, and commenting always really helps with the algorithm. But in the end, all I want to say is takk fyrir að horfa og yndislegan dag.